Good morning, football fans, and today we are off to the Etihad Stadium to watch Manchester City against Newcastle United. And yes, that is the Premier League's two richest clubs going one-on-one in what is a battle for the Champions League places. I'm actually a Newcastle fan, going behind enemy lines and sitting in the Man City end, but I do live in Nottingham, so first off to get the train. See you there, guys. We got into Manchester just before midday and decided to get a cheeky Nando's. I was desperate to try this Fanta sauce, and I gotta say, you'll see from my facial reaction, it absolutely bangs. 10 out of 10. The food was followed by a delightful pint of Guinness in Wetherspoons. That was then followed by a couple more pints of Guinness in the corner shop near the Etihad Stadium. This pub, however, is sort of a Man City bar, so unless you're with City fans, you're not going to get in. Really nice place though. And then we headed off towards the ground. Mate, I've had to come downstairs because that defending from Trippier was shocking, man. Oh my God, it's so hard being in the home end right now. What happened, man? Newcastle, I love you to bits, but that was absolutely shocking. Oh, my heart is fucking filled with rage. So bad. Right, so as you can probably tell by the end of that video, I'd had a few beers. Yeah, and I didn't want to put this in a position of me being a Newcastle fan video. It was more about visiting the Etihad, visiting Manchester City versus Newcastle. However, that performance from Newcastle was unacceptable. I'm a Newcastle fan. I love Newcastle United. I have done since I was 3 years old, ever since I used to love Alan Shearer as a kid. And yeah, I just don't understand how it went so wrong. You think when we played Arsenal, we were fantastic, we were brilliant, we were pressing, we had energy, there was work rate. And then against City, there was absolutely none of that. About 35 minutes, I had to go down to the concourse. I was in the Man City end because I can't get tickets in the Newcastle away end. And yeah, with all those fans cheering around me, it was pretty bad. I just don't really know what went wrong, but hopefully it's just a blip. Although this team do tend to have a bit of a tendency to like in really weird performances at times where we don't need them. Like this was a really big game. Newcastle going for the Champions League and Man City going for the Champions League, and Newcastle didn't look like one of the richest teams in the world. Man City did. Obviously, they just spent over 200 million-ish in the January transfer window. And boy, that Omar Mamouche, some player, quality, money well spent there for Man City, will no doubt have a great future at the club. But yeah, in terms of the Etihad itself, it gets a lot of bad rep, but I had a great time and a great day despite the result and despite the pain I was feeling inside. I met so many local people there, and they were so nice. They were so friendly. I had beers with them after the game. I had beers with them before the game, and yeah, I feel like Newcastle and Man City fans, they kind of get along because they share that pain where they've gone through the bad years, and now hopefully Newcastle are coming towards the good years. Obviously, City have already had them. Like 20, 30 years ago, City would have loved to have a season that they've had right now, and they're sitting 4th, 5th in the Premier League. But that's the way football is. They're now quadruple champions. But yeah, it wasn't a special atmosphere. The Newcastle fans were very subdued, obviously conceding 3 first half goals. But yeah, it was a good time. I had a good day. It's one of those things. It happens in football, but it's a great facility at the Etihad. I would advise anyone who has the chance to go. don't listen to all this nonsense about Man City having no fans, because they do have a lot of fans. They're going to have more fans in the future as well, with all the kids growing up that are now supporting Man City because of how successful they are. But yeah, it's one of them. I still had a great day. I'm going to be travelling soon, guys. I'm going to be around Europe. I'm going to many games in Europe, so I'll be documenting that. I'm going to Sparta Prague with Victoria plays on in Prague. I'm going to Inter Milan game, a PSG game, and also going to an Ajax game as well, because that's my version of travelling, going to see football stadiums. But yeah, everybody who's stopped by the video today, really appreciate it. Thanks for the support. Please drop a like on the video. Sub if you want to see more footy visiting content. But most importantly, have a beautiful day, guys. Peace.